So the Samsung Galaxy S26 Ultra probably is coming in February, but it's also rumored they might delay it to March because they're having a RAM supply problem with their phones, and they're trying to find people to supply them RAM. Even though Samsung themselves make RAM, but Samsung doesn't have enough supply to supply Samsung the RAM. It's a long story. But anyway, it might be delayed, it might not be delayed, we're not sure yet. It's coming in new colors, like the black, white, cobalt purple, which is really good looking, and I think it was a yellowish color, yellowish green, which is okay colors. They redesigned the cameras a little bit. There's a little raised edge on it. They made the phone slightly thinner, but the best feature that they're adding is the new pixel shift technology privacy display. So, you know how a regular privacy display is? It's like a film that goes on your screen and then people on the side can't see. Problem is that makes your screen quality way worse, even when you're looking straight on, and a lot dimmer. This technology is going to be built right into the display, and what it does the same exact thing, but on a pixel layer. So in other words, there's no loss in brightness, no loss in detail, because it can alter the way that the pixels are emitting light so that people on the side cannot see. And it can do it in sections of the screen. So if you're holding your phone out and you get a notification, if you're in public, it'll detect you're in public, and then that notification you can only see. Everyone beside you can't see, even though they can see the rest of your phone. There'll just be a black square where the notification came down and then goes back up. Also for like baking apps, you can set it to automatically activate in baking apps, so no one can see how much money you have or how little money you have, whatnot. And
I thought you said baking apps for a second.
oh no, banking. And like text messages, you can have it set up where it will automatically turn on when you leave the house or turn off when you get home or whatnot. To be honest, I do believe that I might have as long as this feature doesn't decrease the brightness significantly, I will have this on all the time. Because using the privacy screen protector, it decreases your brightness a lot, and it makes the quality of your screen a lot worse. With this, it will just decrease the brightness slightly, but only really to the people beside you, not to you yourself, which is a really cool technology, and I'm super excited that they did something new for once, because they've been doing nothing. And, well, that's pretty much it. What's new with the phone, to be honest, because, okay, they have newer, faster charging, wireless charging, that is. And wire charging. They're going up from 45 watts to like 60 watts. And then for the wireless charging, they're going 15 watts to 25 watts, which is a big improvement for the wireless charging. And then they're adding MagSafe or Pixel Snap or whatever they're going to call it to their base models, but not the Ultra. Possibly. This is rumored still. We're not 100% sure. But the S Pen that comes with the Ultra phones, it's a magnetic tip, basically, so it can detect where it is hovering above your screen, exactly where it pinpoints. Super accurate, and it's super efficient. It's just magnets, doesn't use any power or whatnot. But the thing is, if you put magnets on the other side of the phone, you have to have either one, a shielding layer, so the magnet on the back of the phone doesn't interfere with your screen, or you can't have magnets. And the fact that they made the phone even thinner than last year means that they probably didn't add a shielding layer. And if they didn't add a shielding layer, that means they can have magnets, because otherwise the S Pen won't work. And and you're like, oh, they're probably going to get rid of the S Pen. They didn't this year, because even they've leaked marketing materials. There's still an S Pen. They even chamfered the edge on the S Pen to only slot in one way now, because of the curve of the phone's not flat anymore. It's this round curve. And that's pretty much the updates on the phones, because they got a new chip, whatnot. Not really impressive. Besides that new screen technology, nothing really impressive.
Yeah, same cameras. I thought I heard something about they might be doing a variable aperture, like with rumor
Yes,
with the 18 Pro.
they are doing a variable aperture, but to be honest, it's not that exciting, because it's a smartphone camera. If you're restricting smartphone camera light, it'll degrade the quality. So with the aperture, you're already getting enough light with a regular camera. But with the smartphone camera, it wasn't that practical. Even the Samsung S9 had a variable aperture camera, but they got rid of it because it was impractical.
Yeah. So overall, when it comes to the privacy display feature, I think that is really cool. And I know you said that, there's not going to be any loss, but that my main fear would be brightness loss, quality loss. Now, from what sounds like this new technology that can physically alter the pixels, hopefully that won't happen. If so, that is really cool, especially having it built in so you don't have to get a screen protector. You could not have a screen protector, you could have it on or you want, or alter sections. Overall, it sounds really cool. My only thing is, will there be those downsides? But like you said,
Yeah.
there's not gonna be those downsides. Hopefully that's 100% true. And yeah, that's basically all the upgrades. I mean, they changed the design slightly. Like, it's slightly more rounded. They gave like a little island thing around the main camera. In my opinion, it looks better. I did not like the sharp corners of
Yeah.
like the older ones,
No.
but it still looks very similar. And the thing is that I feel like people are always giving all the flack to Apple for not changing things every year, but the fact is that if you look at it, Samsung's also started doing that
Mhm.
too.
Yeah, because
And
Samsung saw that they don't have to innovate to be popular, but it's just like Apple. And since the S22 Ultra, which is what I have, they haven't been changing too much at all. I mean, there's not much to change at this point, but still, they're kind of stuck doing what Apple's doing because they're copying what Apple's doing, and that's not a good thing in this situation. We want the extremely expensive cameras from the Chinese phones. We want that because they're 100 times better than any American-made smartphone or American-designed smartphone.
yeah. And also looking at the battery, around 5,000 milliamp hour capacity. And a lot of these Chinese phones, I've seen some have even like 10,000, which is unreal.
Mhm.
And that's because they're using this new silicon carbon. But Apple and Samsung and Pixel and all the major American companies have not implemented that. And I actually saw a video yesterday that apparently is because there is some concerns with that technology when it comes
Mhm.
to expanding, because whenever you charge your phone, the materials inside expand with temperature and also the electricity, just like a lot of other things. And silicon carbon can like expand, I think it was like 3 times more
Yes, 3 times
than
more.
lithium ion. So those are the concerns, and we don't want another Note 7 case on our hands here.
No, definitely not.
So
Yeah. With the silicon carbon, every Chinese manufacturer is using them because they are experimental phones. They're like, let's have the best specs possible, and next phone is going to have even better specs than that. And you're going to want to switch that phone because the other phone that you're going to have is going to explode in a couple days. Because I wouldn't say silicon carbon is that dangerous, but once you get to 10,000 milliamp hours of silicon carbon, it becomes dangerous, especially because silicon carbon is new battery technology and it expands so much and it'll explode like what happened with the Note 7. They put too much power in such a small battery and they didn't have the correct shielding of the battery where it exploded in many phones. Even like Samsung was testing silicon carbon, I think it was 5 months ago, and they concluded that they're not going to use it yet because they couldn't get consistent results out of it.
yeah. So I mean, it's actually interesting knowing this information because before it was like, wow, look at this new thing. Why isn't they using it? But there is actual concerns with it. And of course it is new technology. So hey, let's let all the other Chinese phones explode and everything. And then, and I mean, it's not like the battery's bad or anything by any means, but it would eventually be nice to see that. So yeah, that seems to be all the things new with the S26 Ultra, and I the there was a few cool features like that, but like we were talking about, definitely not much. The colors looked really, really good though, so that looks good. It does look like they're not going to be doing an orange color. That
I
would
mean,
be
I'm kind of glad they aren't. And they found
yes,
out in the photos online they were actually generated by Gemini because one of the colors had a little Gemini watermark in the corner that was only partially cropped out. They're like, oh, they are generated colors. Cool.
Yeah, I mean, if they do it, I will be laughing hysterically
Oh, no, I
if
will
it does
laugh
end
and
up
mock them
happening.
as much as I want because they deserve it. You are not going to do an Apple orange phone.
Yeah. And also, did we ever figure out if them switching to aluminum was that confirmed or not? It seems like
Um,
that has died down a little bit now, so I'm not exactly
yeah.
sure.
So it was between keeping with titanium and possibly raising the prices or switching to aluminum and keeping the prices the same. It looks like either one, they're taking a profit margin hit and staying with titanium, or they're going to switch to aluminum and keep their profit margin, which it's a company, they want money, they're probably going to switch to aluminum. It's not confirmed yet, though, because the original other colors from the S25 was like titanium black, jet black titanium, or yellow titanium. And now the colors are called like cobalt and jade and jasper. I'm like, there's no titanium at the end of it. So they might be switching back to aluminum. We're not sure yet.